Good evening, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. What I want to speak about today is xenophobia. We know that in South Africa we've had a history of xenophobia where foreign nationals were killed in South African soil. We would like to apologize to the ancestors of Africa, even to the Sphinx itself, for what we did. Even though I was not there myself, but we created fear in the hearts of Africans, killing them merely because they were coming from other countries. But of course, we must always be mindful that we have SADC, which is the Southern African Development Community, which has 11 countries. If you calculate Mauritius, there's 12 countries. But if you calculate Madagascar, you calculate South Africa, Swaziland, the Kingdom of Eswatini, Lesotho, Botswana, Namibia, Angola, Zambia, Namibia, Kenya, DRC, and of course Tanzania. So we must make sure that we don't create problems in the region ourselves by calling other people Amakwarekwere, because how can you be a Kwarekwere when you're coming from the southern region yourself? And I think that the decision by some government to teach is Kiswahili in the southern region was the correct one, because if you check the languages of our constitutions, which of the SADC of the African Union, they are written in French, English, Arabic, and Portuguese mostly, and Kiswahili for some who can understand Kiswahili. But we don't have many of the languages. For example, we don't have a version of isiZulu, and we know that as isiZulu we are the top Ngunis. Of course, the Kenyans have an argument there, but as the Ngunis, we are the ones who defeated the English in a sense and showed you Africans that the English can be defeated. We defeated them in reality, and then in honor, we also killed them, showing you that the Englishman can be killed. So it's not something that should be feared. But I'm not there at the moment. At the moment, I'm concerned about the issue of Ikwerekwere, because now in Africa we want to have a free movement of people. So now, if we want to have a free movement of people in Africa, but then there are people who are called Kwarekwares, how are they supposed to move when they are called names and they are not allowed to enjoy their freedom in the SADC region? I will speak about the SADC region because the SADC region itself is big. South Africa itself as a country is big. But SADC is a region that was created by our leaders of the past to say, let's create this region, let's communicate with this region, let's have road that link this region, let's have railway lines that link this region, let's have telecommunication lines that link this region, let's have a language that links this region and a history that links this region, such as the border war, for example. Mugabe tried his level best to have an Africa that is free. However, Mugabe's anger became too much for us because uh, Mugabe wanted us to be killed as Zulus because there were five foreigners who were killed in Durban. He did a wrong thing. He was supposed to say that the police must arrest the people who have killed people because that was an industrial problem. That was not an ethnic problem. But unfortunately, Mugabe interpreted it wrongly, maybe because he was old. He thought that Zulus are killing Zimbabweans. But that is not the case. Because if he wanted to kill Zimbabweans are 20 million. We can have a plan for killing Zimbabweans. But we don't have that plan because Zimbabweans are part of SADC. We love Zimbabweans. We even at university, we have friends from Zimbabwe. We know they are harmless. So we understand all those things. But of course, we must always be wary of bad apples in the SADC region itself. So we must not embrace the region as a region, but we must also be able to separate what is good and what is bad. Because we might have serial killers, we might have serial rapists in the region itself. So we must create a plan to deal with those kinds of people. And of course, we have heroes in the region. We have Mugabe, we have Michael Sata, we have Idi Amin, we have Jomo Kenyatta, we have Julius Nyerere, we have Nelson Mandela, we have Thabo Mbeki, we have so many, even John. We have so many heroes, even Dos Santos of Angola, who we should all know about. Even the children in school must know about those heroes because those are our heroes instead of learning about Napoleon Bonaparte, who, as we, as Zulus, we defeated before we even fought Ngom. So we must teach our children about African history and change our towns into African names and change our roads into African names and name them after African heroes rather than having names that are not contextually relevant in Africa. I think.